We got him.
And,
He was ducking and hiding. Where are you,
yeah.
Kendrick Perkins?
Our man Kendrick Perkins in the house. Welcome to the Odd Couple, brother.
What's happening?
Rob, CB, what's going on, man? It's been a long time since I've been on the show. Matter of fact, I was in the studio, man.
That's
CB,
right.
I be messing with Rob, giving Rob a hard time on Twitter every
That's
night.
all right. You know I can take. Hey, Kendrick, you know I can take it. I'm good.
Nah,
And
you
if
know,
he can,
Rob,
he'll
you
just
know you
block
my
you.
boy.
I know that. Nah, I would never do that.
Well, we were saying earlier, Kendrick, man, we proud of your success.
Yeah,
and
where you headed?
You know, man, you speak your mind and you haven't said anything crazy. People may disagree. We may disagree with your takes, but you back them up, and you know there's a reason you're saying them. Yeah. So you're doing a great job, man.
Well, I sure appreciate it, man, and I appreciate you guys, you brothers, that then laid the foundation and giving us younger guys who's retiring, even the upcoming journalists and whatever, man, an opportunity, because you guys laid the foundation. And I appreciate you guys for even being able to, because without you guys, I wouldn't even be able to have this type of platform. So, you know, I do a lot of studying, and I watch CB and Rob. I watch y'all too, man. Y'all drop a lot of stuff out there that go against the grain, but y'all have y'all facts to back it up. And I
No
love
doubt.
it, though. I love it.
Thank you, brother.
I love it.
All right,
well,
now
let's
we're going to
get
take you
right
to task.
Uh-oh, here we go.
So you said LeBron is the GOAT of all athletes off the court. Go ahead and tell us why.
See, the thing is, and a lot of people took it as a disrespect to Muhammad Ali and all the greats that went through things when they was dealing with civil rights and, you know, and back in the day. And that's cool, but we're not dealing with civil rights right now. And when I look at a guy like LeBron James, it's certain guys that are popular, and there's certain guys that are powerful. Well, LeBron James is both. Anytime you're able to get Barack Obama, a president, to go in and give a speech to high school seniors, that's powerful. And you can't put a lot of people in that category. And so, like, you know, when I look at it, I'm looking at all the things that LeBron do. You know, he speaks out on you know, whatever it is, whether it's injustice in America, as far as, you know, people getting killed. He speaks out about the college rules and how they benefit. Whatever it may be, he addresses the issue, and he addresses it intelligently. And even besides that, man, he gives so much back to the community. It's crazy. And he's a powerful human being. And so, like, when I think about it, and so many people gave me clap back for us, like, oh, Perk, man, you disrespecting Ali and all them. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Because it's no different than when, you know, we're talking about Michael Jordan on the court, and we're saying, you know, he's the greatest of all time. But then when you put a guy like Kareem resume up to Jordan's, Kareem's resume is better than Jordan's. But nobody is saying that we're disrespecting Kareem, because we're saying that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. No, Michael Jordan, see, this is the thing. Like, what people don't understand is different levels to it, in my opinion. Like, you know, when I look at Kareem, when you look at Muhammad Ali, you look at guys like, you know, Magic Johnson and Bill Russell and guys that went through a lot, or whatever the case may be, they were kind of like the circus, right? Circus came, when the circus was invented, you could go to the circus, like a lot of, you know, the animals, the clowns and stuff like that. But when you look at guys like LeBron James and Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant on whatever level, they're like Disneyland and Disney World. They brought something new to the table. And there's no disrespect to the older guys who laid the foundation, but now LeBron, like, for us, when we talk about the GOAT off the court, he has taken it to a whole nother level. Like, they laid the foundation, but he's building the house.
Chris, you go ahead. I want you to start.
Well, I think you make some good points, because what I've said, you know, before you got on the show, I said, look, LeBron has done more than Ali and the others in a practical way. He's built schools. he, as you said, getting Obama to speak to kids. He set up businesses. He set up his high school buddies, put them in position to become moguls in their own right in different industries. So he's done more practical things. I think Ali did more symbolic things and heroic things. Like Ali made more sacrifices. You know, LeBron's done great things, and I agree with you on that and take nothing away from him. He's kind of taking it to the next level, but Ali took more risks, and Ali made more sacrifices, and that's the difference to me. That's not anything against LeBron, but Ali took risk. I don't think LeBron's taking the risks that Ali took.
And Kendrick, the perfect example. Let me do it, and let me let you come back. But Chris is right. There's no sacrifice. You know what would have been a sacrifice if LeBron, who's speaking out, when the whole China thing was involved and the NBA was involved, you could say, oh, that's another country and we have nothing to do with it. It's not true. It involved the NBA and somebody who was involved. There was a moment or a circumstance where LeBron could have said something, could have made change, and he decided not to because he wasn't willing to give up the sacrifice of his sneakers being made in China and upsetting the people over there and his business dealings. When Muhammad Ali decided he wasn't going into the war and wasn't going to fight for this country, he didn't know he'd ever fight again, make another nickel again, have a way to survive or support his family again. None of that stuff was promised. There's no way he knew. And it was those convictions, and that's the only difference. LeBron, this is not a rip on LeBron. He's done a lot of great things. But it's not a fair comparison to look at a guy who's made moves where he's not personally sacrificing anything, and that's the difference.
But see, Rob, this is why I have to disagree with you on the China issue. If the GM from Houston don't speak on the China issue, then this is never even a conversation that LeBron has to address. So in my opinion, that was almost like y'all was wanting LeBron to clean up Daryl Morey. Y'all want LeBron to clean up Daryl Morey's mess. No, Daryl Morey is the reason that this whole China stuff even started with the NBA because of his tweet. So
but wait a minute.
What I've said about LeBron with the China is that I'm not killing him because we got American corporations that are doing business with China and keeping their mouths shut. But to your point, Perk, I think you're right. I don't think LeBron or anybody was really thinking about China or Hong Kong like that. But once it was brought to the forefront, the fact is people over there are being oppressed.
Yes.
And we talk about black people being oppressed. It's happening over there too, to Hong Kong
and Chris, can I just interrupt real quick? But the reason that it was a story or why Daryl Morey even tweeted about it was because of what was going on in Hong Kong with the protests. This was new. This wasn't out of left field. They were going to a place, right, where things were going on, injustices, and his tweet was about standing in support
Standing for freedom.
Right.
Fight for freedom or something to that effect.
That's what it was. It wasn't like the tear down the Chinese government and kill the prince or the king or the emperor. It wasn't about that.
The thing is, Perk, what Morey was saying was really in line with what LeBron has stood for.
Yes.
He stood for freedom and justice. So for him to kind of poo-poo what Morey said was strange. And you know, because it was like he was saying stuff that's in line with you. It's just in another country. But
it's the stuff
those
we fight
people
for.
are still being oppressed.
No, I agree. But see, it's still though like you walking a fine line because it's like, okay, besides the shoe deal, right? Like you still like it's still a certain way that, and I understand what you guys are saying, and I totally agree. But like, think about this: LeBron has to go to China every summer and do like a 3-week tour, right? Like, but he still has to, after that 3 weeks, he still has to come back to his family. Like,
well, see, that's our point. That's what we've talking about.
The sacrifice.
It would have been a heck of a sacrifice. I think that would have been an Ali moment for LeBron. And I'm not killing him for not being willing to do it. But that's the difference. Ali was willing to make that sacrifice. and LeBron didn't, which is fine. But he's building in other ways. So
Right.
it's just two different approaches as far as I'm concerned.
And we got to run, Perk. We on a hard break.
Great stuff, man. Look,
Thank
we
you
got
so
so much more to get into. We'll be in touch, brother. And we'll get you
I'm
back
right
on
here.
another
Just holler
time.
at me. I
Yep,
appreciate
stay
y'all.
well.
Y'all
You
be
and the
safe,
family.
man.
Thank you.